A warm welcome to you all. Daniel here. This is Tech Pathfinders with Daniel. And in this video, we'll be talking about files operation in Python programming language. Let's take a little bit of theoretical aspect of what we're going to do. First, what a file is all about. A file is a digital container used to store data on a computer. It can contain various types of information such as text, images, videos, or software programs. Here are some key important facts to know about Python. Sorry, about files. One, storage. Files are stored on storage devices like hard drive, SSDs, USB drives, or CDs. File system. The operating system manages files using a file system, which organizes files into directories or folders for easier navigation and management. Access. File can be accessed, read, written to, or modified by software applications. For instance, a word processor can open it, edit, and save text files. Types of files include text files, binary files, executable files. Then we have files operation. Now, files operation is not only peculiar in Python programming language, but is general. Now, files operation include opening a file, access a file to read from or write to it. Then reading from a file, retrieving the content of a file. Then writing to a file, adding a new data to a file or creating a new file with data. Appending to a file, adding data to the end of an existing file without altering the existing content. Closing a file, releasing the resources associated with the file once operations are completed, then deleting a file. Now, let's see how we can do this using Python programming language. All right. This is how to use file operations in Python programming language. For a start, we're going to do opening a file, reading from a file, writing to a file, and closing a file. So in the process of reading a file, after reading, you close the file so that other programs can access the file. So computer resources are very, very limited. So it's always advisable to release access to such file or any file at all you are using in the computer system so that other programs can access those files. Examples of files operation or just files operation in Python programming language. Operations in Python programming language. Now to start with, let's go with opening a file. So first, let me create a file name here called books.txt. So we have a file name books that will contain name of books we are going to read from or write to or something else. Or let me just say names. Yeah, names.txt is the name of our file. So let's give it have a content in this file, something like my name for the first one, my first name, another name which is my last name. Okay, yeah, that will be okay for now. So let's go here and say file. To open a file, we use a function open, giving it the name of the file and the opening mode. So we have a file equals open. The name of the file is names.txt. Then the opening mode is to read from the file. So we want to read from this file. Let's say that is that. Now, it's always advisable to close a file after opening it. So to close this, we say file.close. So this program will open this file and close it. So run and see. If there is no error, that means our program ran successfully. And that is great. There is no error. This is how to open a file in Python programming language. Now, instead of you explicitly closing this file, you can use a context manager to do this by saying with open, the name of the file is names.txt, opening it in read mode. Let me be consistent with double quotes. Then as file, and that is that. This opens the file and closes it automatically. Let me just say so pass. Pass is a keyword in Python that means do nothing. It's like continue in other statically typed programming language. So let's do this. Sorry, it's not RA, it's R. So sorry about that, guys. And you can see there is no error and we successfully open this file and close it. Then let's do a function of reading from a file. To read from a file, okay, let me comment this as opening a file with context manager. Opening a file with context manager. Regular opening of a file. That might not be the actual name anyways. But I'm just kind of differentiated from opening a file and the other way. So the next one is writing to a file. Yeah. So let's write to this file, which is names. But first, let's read the content of this file to see its content first. Reading from a file. To read from a file, we say with open. The name of our file is names.txt. We want to read from it and see the content. Then we are giving it a temporal name, which is as file. Now when I say content equals file.read, we are reading the whole content of this file. Let's say read the entire content. Then we'll now say print content. And let's run this program and see. If everything works fine, then we have it printed. I think I spell content wrongly. Don't mind me. I sometimes am trying to type fast and typing nonsense. Okay, I think everything is fine now. So let's run and see. Okay, you can see the content of this file, Udokike and Daniel. So that's fine. We've completed that. So let's do another file operation, which is writing to a file. Now, let's another comment here, writing to a file. So for this, we can say with open names.txt. You can give your file name anything you wish, but just give it a meaningful name. Sorry, we are writing, so we use here W, I mean, as file. It must not be file. You can use it as F or as Daniel or something, but just give it a descriptive name that entails it does what it does. So for here, when I say file dot write, did I say files here? So the file. So sorry about that. Dot write. Then we're going to write something like let's say my surname. Yeah, only that will be okay. So one thing about writing to a file and appending to a file is once you write to a file, we are not using A here for append. So we're going to do another one for append. But once you write to a file, but see what? Let me just do this so that we see the differences. So what we're going to do here is commenting by saying write data to file. Then that is that. After that, we check the content of that file. So let's run this program and see. There is no error. But once you check the content of this file, yeah, you can see that Udokike and Daniel is gone. You can only see Ikebnam here. Now let's see another file operation, which is appending to a file. Let's comment this out and write another file operation. Oh, okay. Let me take this. Okay, yeah, fine. All right, use another file operation, which is appending to a file. So here we say with open names.txt. Then the name of where the opening method is to append, then as file. Then we'll now see file dot write. There's not much difference, just that they use the same method, which is right, but the only difference here is the append method adds new element without clearing the old content. So, but for the write method, it clears the old content and writes the new text. So here we have let's say my the other names, which is middle name and last name. So let's make it to enter a new line. So we use a new line character, then last name. Let's run this program and see the output. Now it's done. Maybe you can give it a message, but anyways, let's just see this. But you can see, oh, it sticks together. Yeah, there is a reason for that. So let me clear from here to here so that I can have it formatted. Every name will be on a new line character. So let me go back, and here I have a new line character to that. These are escape characters. We have new line, we have tab for slash t, we have that's that, we have alarm for slash a. It depends on your system for the alarm to ring anyways. So yeah, that's that. Let's open. Now you can see all names are on a new line. One, two, three, all names. So that's the difference between append and read in files operation. Then the next one is closing a file. Now you can see that this context manager is automatically closing this file. You understand? Implicitly. So if you want to again explicitly close a file, you can say closing a file with open names.txt. It should be in any read mode or write mode as file. You can say file or say content file.read, then file.close. So there is no need doing this, but in anyways, it closed the file to free up the resources, maybe for another program to use this. I mean, this context manager does this automatically. But if you wish to do, there is no sin doing that. So that's that. Then to delete a file in Python, we need an operating system library. Let's import it over here to delete a file. Import OS. I don't know, I found myself making a mistake while typing. Okay, so to delete a file, want to delete the file name and names.txt. So say os dot remove. Now, what you do here is to provide the path for this file. But since we are working on the current folder, then we can actually target the file by saying names.txt and give it a comment of delete the file. And once I run this, we can say print successfully file deleted. File deleted. So once you run this, the file is gone. If you check here, you can see there is no name.txt file again. Then that is that. Maybe a tips is how to handle error. Maybe if a file does not exist, since we've deleted this here, if you try to open this file again, it does not exist. Maybe in read mode. In a write mode, the file might be created automatically. Something like this. Let's say with open names.txt. If is in a write mode, the file will be created automatically as file. Then file dot write. Let me write my name Daniel. Then explicitly say file dot close. Then once we run this, the file will be created automatically. You can see the file name is created here automatically. But now, if it were to be in a read mode where this file does not exist, let me run the os.delete. Instead of doing it manually, we can use this to delete it. Uncommenting it and run the program. Then the file is gone. Sorry, I don't think I ran the right program. Okay, yeah, the file is gone here. Now, If this were to be in read mode, it will say files not found. It will say something like R. To read from the file, it will say file not found. So you see the error here, file not found. So to handle this gracefully, so we're going to use try accept block here. Maybe I'll be making a future video about this as, or let's the error this as err. Then say, not now giving it an explicit name. Let's say print no such file, or file does not exist. You can give it at any name of your choice, but a meaningful name. No such file, file not found error. What are we doing wrongly? We're supposed to handle this instead of having this error. Okay, okay. I feel so. We are writing instead of reading. Read, yeah. This should be read instead of writing. I think so. Yeah, let's go. We're still getting this. This is not handled gracefully. Okay, let's use a traditional way of opening a file, then using this. Let's say file equals file.open, file equals open, the name.txt in read mode, then excuse me, okay, try this and accept file not found error, or file. Okay, let's handle it in two ways. We now say print file not found, then we take another accept of file exists error. Let's say the file seem not to exist. So let's just try possible ways of doing this to have this error handled gracefully. So let me run and check. Yeah, file not found. So it's working properly. If file not found error shows this, if file does not exist, but file not found and file does not exist. Well, maybe we're going to look more into this file and this type of errors. But that is that. All right, guys, thank you very much for learning along with me up to this time. I want to say a very big thank you. I also want you to use this opportunity to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. Let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section below, and expect my new video next week on tips on writing a good function in Python programming language. Thank you, and follow for more.